Hey guys, alright, so this is the 5th and actually final video this time, for week 3. Congratulations for getting to this point. So far, I have talked about one worldview model, the planetary management worldview model. We talked about how it's human-centered, it's all about the people, and not about the animals, like this. Right? Not much caring for the environment goes into this model. It's probably not the best model to use for a sustainability project. Will I say you can't use it? No, because this project's all about you and how you feel about the environment. So if this is really how you feel, we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. I will figure out a way to get you through these targets. But like I said, it's not the most sustainable model. It's not the best for the environment. Moving on. Maybe. Possibly. Yes. The stewardship worldview model. The stewardship worldview model. This is actually another human-centered worldview model, but I don't want it to be confused because these are really not. The planetary management model is very different from the stewardship worldview model. Very different, even though they are technically both human-centered. So the word stewardship means like caretaker, manager. It means like you're taking care of something, right? So the word stewardship in environmental science is typically used to say it's describing humans taking care of the planet. So if you are a steward of the environment, that means you're going out there and you're really trying to save it and make it a better place. Take care of it. So people who believe in this worldview model believe that we have like this ethical, remember that means right or wrong, this ethical responsibility to manage or be stewards of the earth. So that means they feel like it's morally wrong to not take care of the earth, to not take care of the planet. So they think it's humans' job to take care of nature and manage it so that it is cared for and not abused. So let's be clear. Manage means that we're in charge, right? Kind of. I mean, I think the word manage means like manager at work, right? They're in charge. Manage means that we're kind of in charge. But the people who subscribe to this model, even though they think we're in charge, they think that we need to take care of everything underneath us. So they're like, oh, you need to be a good manager, right? Not a crappy manager that abuses their employees, right? So we're not abusing the other living organisms on Earth. We're taking care of them the way they should be taken care of, like a good manager at work. People who believe in this worldview believe that natural resources should never, ever be wasted, even if we have technology to make more. So this means we shouldn't be killing things just because. We shouldn't be wasting coal. We shouldn't be using more oil or mining more than we need to. We need to be aware that it's not in the best interest of Earth to waste and take, right? People who believe in this worldview believe that when they take natural resources from Earth, they are just borrowing those resources. So they believe that they're borrowing them both from the Earth, meaning they're going to give them back, and they're also borrowing them from future generations of humans, right? And this actually goes well with a quote I have on the bottom of the next page or the next slide. It's a quote from the Iroquois Six Nations Confederacy of Native Americans, and it says, in our every deliberation, so this means in our every decision, we must consider the impact of our decisions on the next 7 generations. So this means every move or every decision they make that has to do with the environment, they want to make that decision for their great grandchildren, right? So that means that if you're making your decisions based off of your future generations, your future family members, maybe you won't be wasting as much, right? Maybe you won't be abusing the earth as much if you think about how every decision affects the people that are going to come after you. And I just want to say one last thing for this slide here. People have an ethical responsibility to leave the planet in as good of a condition as it was for them. I'm sorry, my cat likes to make horrible noises at the neighbors. So whenever they go out for a smoke, my cat likes to make her presence known. So I apologize. Okay, that's the stewardship worldview model. Okay, cool. I hope that was good, and I hope it makes sense. So this next slide here, it says, move my face. Some people believe any human-centered worldview will eventually fail because it wrongly assumes that we now have or that we can gain enough knowledge to be effective managers or stewards of the earth. So this means, guys, that some people are saying no. Human-centered models are bogus. They're BS. Human-centered models don't make sense because it assumes that humans are strong enough and smart enough and powerful enough to be in charge. And some people don't think that's true. Some people don't think that humans are capable to be in charge, or that we have enough rights, or that we have enough power or knowledge. Do we know everything about the natural world? If we did, science wouldn't exist. Science changes every day. What we as humans know about our bodies and minds and outside world changes every single day because of research and science, right? So we don't know everything. We know far from everything. So this is what I really want you to think about. If you really do think you're a human-centered person, I want you to think about these things. Do you really think that we know everything? I'm going to go try to calm down my cat. Think about that and start reading about the last worldview model here. I'm going to move my face again. Hey, Nick, calm down. Come here. Come on, say hello to the kids. Come here. Come on. Say hi. Hi, Nick. Hi. Yeah. Say hello to the children. Hello, children. Oh, yeah. Belly rubs. Okay. Hopefully that works, guys. Sorry. All right, so the last worldview model that we're going to talk about is called the environmental wisdom worldview model. I really like this name. It represents it pretty well. So people who believe in this model do not think that humans have the right or the resources or the power or the smartness to be managers of the earth. We don't know enough. Who are we? We're just one small little aspect of the earth. So this is an Earth-centered model. It's not a human-centered model. It's an Earth-centered model. People who believe in this model think that we don't even know how many plant and animal species live on Earth in 2020, much less what their roles are and how they interact with one another. And we just don't know enough. We still have much to learn about the planet and life living on the planet, and who are we to be managers of it all if we don't even understand it all, or if we don't even know about all the things that live on the earth. So again, we know far from everything there is to know to assume we are the most important species, or that we should be the priority of everything on Earth. Right? I think that makes a little sense. Makes sense to me, at least. Hopefully it makes sense to you. So people who believe in this model believe that people are a part of and totally dependent on nature. This means that we need nature to survive, but nature doesn't need us to survive. I kind of like that, right? So we need to mine to make our homes, to make the concrete and the steel that makes our homes and our businesses. We need the earth. We need to burn coal right now to make energy. We need water to make energy. We need for electricity. We need food. We need to be able to grow crops to eat. We need fresh, clean water to drink. Humans need nature to survive. Nature has not always had humans, and that does not need humans, right? And I think that's really cool to think about. I mean, it's a little like sad, I think, for some people, but it's true, right? The Earth is gonna, if we die tomorrow, if all humans die tomorrow, the Earth will still rock on, right? It's just the way it is. So nature, both living and non-living, exists for all species, not just humans. Resources are limited and should never be wasted or abused in any way, shape, or form. And human success, us doing well, depends on learning how nature works and being able to figure out how nature sustains itself. We're going to be a better species if we know all of nature's tricks. And nature has a lot to teach us still. It's not about mastering nature or being its commander. It's about understanding it and being in a good relationship with it, where it's a give and take. Cool. All right, guys, I'm going to jump back into my assignment real quick here. Maybe. Possibly. It's not there. There it is. All right. I think we are on... Oh, I want to go back, because I added a question really quick. Question 5. Write down the names of each of the environmental worldview models discussed, and if the model's human-centered, life-centered, or earth-centered. Right? Give me the name of the model. Planetary management model. Tell me if it's human-centered, bio-centered, or earth-centered. Okay, cool. I've already talked about question 6. But you know what? I might as well just run down it again really quick. Come up with the products you want to sell for your business. What kind of business is it? Is it a business that already operates? Is it like a Dutch Brothers, Starbucks? Is it something you're making up? What are you selling? Come up with a name for your business. If it already has a name, you can just say Dutch Brothers. Do you personally, I'm talking to you guys, like you, if you're the owner, do you identify as human-centered, life-centered, or earth-centered? And then describe one example of yourself that shows that. So I identify as life-centered because I am constantly doing research on endangered species and seeing what we can do as humans to try to save the animals that are currently not doing well. Right? Something like that. Question 7. Here we go. This is going to take you like 20 minutes, maybe a half an hour, I think. If you have questions about this last part, please email me. It's a pro and con table, folks. That's it. So you're going to put your pros up here in these boxes. 1 box, 2 box, 3 box. You're going to put your cons in these boxes, right? You're going to give me a pro for operating a business using the planetary management model and a con. You're going to give me a pro for operating a business using the stewardship model and a con. And you're going to give me a pro for operating your business in the environmental wisdom worldview model and a con. That's it. That is your assignment for the week. Go team go. My video is about to wrap up. Text or call if you have any questions. Peace!